Hi everybody, welcome back. I just wanted to finish off this short mini-series with reporting on how we did on this 17 item pallet. The MSRP on this pallet is $2,643.56. This is our 6th pallet and we received this pallet on 3/14/2019. I could tell immediately upon unboxing this pallet that we were facing some additional challenges that we usually don't face with many of our other pallets. One of the reasons is almost every item in this pallet was broken, to the point where it's unsellable without buying some item. We could have sold them for parts. However, those parts probably wouldn't have paid much better. And all the money that we have into it and how much money that we think we're going to get out of it. And keep in mind, this is a projected number because we have yet to finish selling every item. We believe that we're going to make $750 on this pallet. You guys, this pallet was horrible as far as many of these items were just in very poor shape. Now I can't discredit Bulq because I did buy salvaged items and they were definitely salvage. However, usually when you buy these, you can buy 6 of the same item and at least get 3 of them out of putting the parts together, if that makes sense to you. The cost of this pallet was $350. We spent a lot of time sorting, cleaning, inspecting all the items. And then of course we spent a lot of time listing the items on Facebook Marketplace. $750 on the pallet. Let's go ahead and subtract only $100 for overhead, which would be rent and electric. And the reason I'm subtracting less this time is instead of being a 70-some item pallet, it's only a 17 item pallet, and that does make things a little easier at times. So that leaves $650. Now we will then subtract $350, which is the initial cost of buying the pallet, which leaves only $300. And this $300 has to go for a lot of things. Okay, cost of shipping, gas, packaging, incidentals, consumables, equipment, and software. All of that we have to pay for out of that $300. So let's go ahead and take out just $50 for all that. And that leaves $250. Now out of that $250, my wife and I have combined worked 29 hours. So $250 divided by 29 hours is $8.62. Wah, 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 wah. $8.62. I feel like I should say, would you like fries with that? And it's a risk we take. The way this pallet particularly worked out, we ended up with a lot of items that were only sellable in 2 conditions: repair them and replace expensive parts, or sell them for parts and take a huge hit on that. Was it a bad buy? Yes, it was definitely a bad buy. Now, is this Bulq's fault? No. Is it my fault? Partially. I assumed that more items would come in not completely trashed, like what we have received before. However, it happens. It's what we paid for. It's a risk we take. And this is one of the reasons why I caution people to think that this is a cash cow. It's not. It's a gamble every time we buy a pallet. And in this pallet, we made money. However, we made sweat equity. We busted our hump. and made very little money. We worked really hard and we didn't make a lot of money this time. Am I very mad? No. It's a gamble we take. And it was definitely a learning opportunity for us. I do gotta be truthful. I'm gonna be more wary about a pallet filled with coffee makers and air fryers. Yeah. I feel like I scraped the bottom of the barrel. But I didn't know that before I bought this pallet. This was only our 6th pallet. Did we do bad on this pallet? And yes, we did bad on the pallet. It was a bad bulk buy. Does this mean we're finished? Nuts and bolts is over. One bad pallet and we're done. No, it doesn't. We knew this was a risk, and fortunately, we've not had a pallet this bad yet. The good news is I knew by the time I opened up that pallet that it was bad. That it was bad for the business and we had chose a bad one. And by we, I mean me. Not my wife, me. I chose the wrong one. Yeah, and another reason that this pallet actually bit was because those air fryers, the baskets, they don't sell just the handle. They sell the basket. And I can't seem to find just the handle. Okay, and to buy the basket, it's $24. Okay, so you take a air fryer that we're going to sell for $55. You have to buy a $24 handle for it. And then you $15 in it already. Okay, and the numbers just don't add up. So, now, if you have some questions, if you have some comments, if you have, for instance, you want to tell me how to get the handles for these air fryers cheaper, these exact air fryers cheaper, please leave me a comment below. We're going to have regular videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to subscribe and come by and check them out. Not only hit subscribe, but click the bell. If you click the bell, you'll get notifications when I put out a new video.
Click here, here, and here because you're cool.